Imagine your phone buzzing at 6 a.m., too early for anything good. You squint at the screen and see a number you don't recognize. Half asleep, you answer, expecting maybe a wrong number or some emergency from work. Instead, a woman's voice cuts straight into your life like a knife. "I'm having your man's baby." No build-up, no hesitation, just raw, explosive truth thrown at you before the sun even rises. Your stomach drops, your heart sprints, your brain scrambles trying to make sense of words that don't fit the world you thought you lived in. You trusted him. You believed you knew him. And yet, here you are, shaken awake by a stranger claiming the most personal betrayal imaginable. This isn't just drama. It's the kind of emotional earthquake that exposes every weak point in a relationship. By the end of this story, you'll understand why these moments break people, why partners walk away quietly, and why some truths hit harder than any lie ever could. Before we go deeper, take a second. Hit that like button if you've ever been blindsided by someone you loved. Because trust me, what you're about to hear hits different. So here's what really went down. A friend of mine, let's call her Lisa, woke up to that 6 a.m. call that would flip her entire life upside down. The woman on the line wasn't shaky or scared or apologetic. No, she was calm, confident, almost rehearsed. "I'm having your man's baby." Just imagine hearing that with sleep still in your eyes. Lisa froze. Her body went numb. She wasn't even sure she was awake. Was this some sick prank? A misunderstanding? Or was this the moment every instinct she'd ignored suddenly made sense? She confronted him later that morning, and like most men caught in a mess they created, he denied everything, claimed it was a joke, a misunderstanding, a delusional woman making things up. He flipped the script so fast you'd think he trained for it. But denial doesn't erase doubt. It plants it, waters it, grows it. From that moment on, everything he did felt suspicious. Late replies, sudden work emergencies, phone flipped over, extra showers, conversations that ended abruptly when she walked into the room. Lisa's world got smaller, tighter, exhausting. She questioned her memory, her intuition, her own sanity. And here's the messed up part. This scenario is way more common than people admit. Someone else's insecurity, jealousy, or chaos spills straight into your life, and suddenly you're the one drowning. So how do you handle that without losing yourself? Let's talk about the psychological blow that comes next. After that 6 a.m. bombshell, Lisa wasn't just upset, she was unraveled. And anyone who's been on the receiving end of unexpected betrayal knows exactly what that feels like. Your entire emotional system gets hijacked. Every text notification suddenly feels suspicious. Every silence feels loaded. Every normal moment feels like a setup. Lisa's brain went into overdrive, replaying every moment in their relationship like a detective watching security footage. Was he acting weird that night? Why did he lie about that small thing? Did I ignore the signs? Was I too trusting? Her mind became a loop of second-guessing. Here's the truth no one likes to talk about. Betrayal doesn't just break your heart, it scrambles your internal compass. You start questioning your worth. You wonder if you're easy to lie to. You replay old conversations and notice things you brushed off before. That's the psychological fallout. It's invisible, but it hits harder than any physical blow. Her sleep went to hell, tossing, turning, jolting awake at every phone buzz. Appetite? Gone. Anxiety? Sky high. Stress? Through the roof. She was living in a fight or flight state, waiting for the next emotional grenade to drop. And the worst part? Everyone around her suddenly had opinions. Friends who barely texted her suddenly became relationship experts. Family chimed in with unsolicited advice. Strangers online acted like they knew the story better than she did. Meanwhile, she was just trying to breathe. Slowly, the truth surfaced, not because he admitted it, but because patterns don't lie. The inconsistencies, the defensiveness, the late-night texts. It all pointed to one thing. Something was off long before the 6 a.m. call. The takeaway? Your instincts are not lying to you. Your body feels betrayal before your mind accepts it. Ignoring red flags doesn't make them disappear. They just wait for the right moment to explode. Next, we dive into confrontation, hard truths, and the moment the story hits its breaking point. Lisa knew she couldn't stay in limbo forever. You can only spiral for so long before something inside you snaps and says, enough. She wasn't going to keep living in a mental horror movie. She needed answers. So she called him. Her voice was steady, but her hands were shaking. "We need to talk," she said, and that's when she heard it, the hesitation. That tiny pause people make when they know the truth is about to corner them. When he finally spoke, the story started unraveling. First came confusion, then defensiveness, then the classic soft-pedaled excuse, "I didn't mean for it to happen." That line is practically a national anthem for cheaters. As she pressed him, the holes in his story grew bigger. He admitted to crossing lines, but not too far. He took responsibility, but not really. He apologized, but you could hear he was apologizing more for being caught than for the actual betrayal. But here's what changed everything. Lisa didn't break. She didn't cry. She didn't scream. She didn't beg for the truth. She just listened, and she saw him clearly for the first time. Confrontation isn't about proving someone guilty. It's about exposing who they really are when the facade drops. And what she saw wasn't a man fighting for love. It was a man fighting to keep control. She asked him direct questions. Did you lie to me? Did you cheat? Did you get her pregnant? Did you think about what this would do to me? He dodged every single one. And that's when her gut finally caught up to her. This man wasn't someone who made a mistake. He was someone who made a mess and expected her to clean it up. Before we move on, drop a comment below if you've ever had that moment where the truth hit you so hard you couldn't unsee it. Your story might help someone else find their voice. After the confrontation, Lisa felt like she was standing in the ruins of the life she thought she had. Everything was shattered: trust, connection, stability, identity. But here's the part people don't talk about enough. The aftermath is where you learn who you really are. First step, boundaries. She blocked his number, deleted his messages, removed him from social media. That one action, pressing block, felt like taking a breath for the first time in weeks. Suddenly, the constant anxiety stopped. No more late-night text alerts. No more fear that he'd pop up with another lie or another excuse. Next came reflection. Lisa journaled. She revisited old arguments, old patterns, old red flags she brushed aside. She realized she'd excused behavior she should have confronted. She saw how often she put his comfort above her own peace. This wasn't just about him cheating. It was about her finally waking up to everything she had been tolerating. Rebuilding isn't glamorous. It's messy, lonely, slow. It's unfollowing the drama, reconnecting with friends she'd drifted from, picking up hobbies she abandoned, setting goals that had absolutely nothing to do with him. Her life started to expand again. She realized something powerful. She didn't lose a relationship. She lost a distraction. She didn't lose love. She lost chaos disguised as affection. She didn't lose a future. She reclaimed her truth. And now, I want you to comment below. Have you ever had to cut off someone toxic and rebuild from scratch? Share your story. This space is for real people going through real healing. Because here's the final lesson. Being blindsided doesn't break you. It wakes you up. What feels like the worst moment of your life can be the start of the strongest version of you.